reminds me too much of my arranged marriage. I once attended a third consecration of my birth father. It's supposed to make sure necromancers can't raise his body anymore. I guess we'll see. Oh, my birth father. Yeah, he was reanimated by necromancers a few years back. Well, like I said before, I never really knew him. Since he died in a fishing accident, his body was lost and never consecrated. But apparently not lost enough, since it was found under the employ of a band of necromancers in the next fiefdom over, Alcare. It's a good thing they didn't head further north. The noble houses in Rivenspire probably would have taken it as a sign of aggression. That's true. It was hard on my mother. To lose him twice really tore her apart. My living father also took a pretty hard hit from it, but that was partly my fault as well. Yes, I don't really want to talk about it. Let's stop this line of thought. You had something to say? Alright. Oh, that. It's hard to talk about. No, I think I should. I told you before my father is a merchant. He made quite the fortune trading in Sentinel in Hammerfell. He accumulated enough wealth and prestige that he attracted the attention of an aristocratic family. High-born. Rich. They even have considerable influence over the council that is ruling temporarily until someone swoops in to claim they should be king. Yes, they seem to have convinced the general populace that they are descended from some fringe members of the Gardner dynasty. They also claim their ancestors were rebels against the Dureni way back in the First Era. So many Bretons seem to think that they're heroes. Yes, you probably do. Because of my father's success, I was supposed to marry into the family. My fiancé's name was Morvic. It would have set my father up for life. His mercantilism would have been renowned. You remember I told you about my blood-related father? How his body was raised by necromancers? My stepfather's rivals jumped on that, spread it like dragon's fire. They called our family heathens. We abandoned Arcae's teachings by not having the body consecrated correctly in the first place. By extension, they said, we abandoned all of the eight. The Temple of Akatosh had the Order of the Hour investigate us. No, but just the scandal of being accused and investigated. It ruined my father's trade business. First within Wayrest, then in Daggerfall, and finally in Sentinel. No, it wasn't just the scandal. It was also my fault. I've always been obsessed with the Dwemer. Don't know if you could tell. I had numerous texts about them, including many about the Heart of Lorkhan and the Numidium. Lorkhan, for us in High Rock, is better known as Shior. He's called the Bad Man, so you might see how this is not a good thing. These texts on Lorkhan, on Shior, were used as evidence towards our heretical tendencies. But it was. Even though we were found innocent in the end, my family was disgraced. We lost our source of income, fell into poverty, became familiar with the underside of Wayrest. Needless to say, I'm not engaged anymore. Don't look so sad, friend. Here I am, whole and healthy, My mother and father were able to scrape together enough for a small home in the poorer districts of Wayrest, and they discovered new talents. My mother is great at keeping secrets and selling them. My father is a shrewd negotiator in the buying and selling of stolen items. And I have quick fingers and a penchant for bringing interesting and expensive artifacts out of Dwemer ruins. In a way, those jealous families freed me to explore to my heart's content, and allowed me to meet you. Yes, I guess it is. And another thing I'm positive about is that those bastards who took our life from us will get what's coming to them, one way or another. Thank you for listening to me. You're a true friend.
You never should have come here.
You really shouldn't be trying to fight us.
It's another fight.
Mind swinging that somewhere else.
I think I'm really getting the hang of this fighting thing. Excellent! It's finished! Oblivion was that? They really didn't seem to like you much. What is it? Oh, what? They were trying to kill me? But why? I don't know what I could have done to make someone this angry. I mean, the last thing I did was steal that flawless sapphire, but I'm sure no one saw me. Anyway, usually they're after you, right? This is a strange turn of events. Well, they were kind enough to let us know that others are waiting for us in Solitude. Perhaps we can pay them a visit. They've piqued my curiosity, so I'd like to ask them a few questions. What do you think? Excellent. Well, I'm sure the people in Solitude would have news about any new boats in the harbor. We can start by asking around. What is it? I really couldn't tell you. I don't go out of my way to make enemies, and I promise I don't get caught when I'm, finding pretty items. Are you sure they weren't actually after you? Yes, it's just so baffling to me. I don't know anyone who would consider killing me. I think so. My heart has stopped beating out of my chest, at least. I'm glad you were there. I don't know what I would have done without you. I have to admit, though, I can't stop looking over my shoulder. It feels like there's someone behind me at every turn. Let's hurry and find out what's going on, okay?
What do you want? I don't know what you're talking about. Settle down. No need for threats. We have been docked to the northeast of Solitude for well over a month, and with no sign of shipping out anytime soon. You want in there? Here's my spare key. Take whatever you want.
Do you suppose that sailor is going to have to walk home after this? She looked to be from High Rock. It's quite a trek, believe me. Not that I feel bad for her, seeing as she's working with someone who tried to murder me.
Who in Oblivion are you? What are you doing? Wait, it's you. You're the one he sent us to kill. What are you doing? You stupid? Everyone on this boat wants to kill you, including me. Whoa, calm down. Here, as you can see, I'm a businessman, and I'm sure we can work something out, so all of us can walk away with our heads on our shoulders. that fancy talking note from Wayrest. Smelled like lilies, looked like an asshole, but assholes pay well. Didn't pay much attention to the details, but something about good old revenge. She ruined him, now he ruins her. Ugh, something about Morvic? Didn't get the family name, didn't care. Let's just say he ain't freezing his ass off in Skyrim. If you're rich, you don't have to leave home. That's all I know. I'm out of this backwater. I'm going home. That asshole would have to pay me a lot more to show me mug around here again. A lot more.
What is it? Let me see. The Order of the Hour. Betrothed to a Daedra worshipper. The Throne of Wayrest. Morvic? That bastard! He thinks his life is ruined? He'll pay for this. I need to know that my family is safe, though. They dealt frequently with Skyrim's less savory merchants. I'm sure someone in Riften will have some information. Good. I'm sure anyone who would know would be hanging around where the guards can't find them. Oh, please be okay. Morvic's note makes it sound like they're in real trouble with the law. I hope they were able to make it to safety. What is it? You mean other than him being my once-upon-a-time fiancé? I never much liked him, but he was at least bearable while we were betrothed. He's very selfish and power-hungry. Only ever cared about his status in the courts. But that meant he left me to myself. But after the marriage was cut off, he became more hostile toward me. He was very angry that the Order investigated him as well as me. I started to avoid him more, and vice versa. I haven't seen him in years, but I can definitely see him being spiteful enough to try to kill me. He also had dumb hair. Nothing. I thought it might be another assassin, but it wasn't.
Is it absolutely necessary for you to bother me right now? What do you want? Perhaps. Perhaps not. What do you want? I certainly do. Not for nothing, I hope. You don't scare me. Some of the Jarl's men came by, as if business wasn't slow enough. Sure, take all my things. Milk drinkers. Maybe some skooma, bottles of moon sugar. I will make it worth your while. Don't keep me waiting.
This fellow better actually have useful information. If he's having us search after the skooma while he really knows nothing, I don't know, but I'll be angry. Look at that. Half the skooma bottles are empty. The guards have definitely been enjoying themselves.
The conquering hero returns. Yes, thank you and all that. How did you get it? No, never mind. I probably shouldn't know.
I never got to fully explore it. Perhaps one day you will take me?
What? Oh, how could I have possibly forgotten? Your reward, of course. Of course. Here, take this. It's all in this note. Speak.
Let me see. Operating out of Skaven. Thank the divines, they're safe. Yes, it is. Now, I've had some time to stew over Morvic's idiocy. He played a part in my family's ruin before, and now he's gone a step too far. Like him, I'm not beyond vengeance. He wants to act like he understands how a family name being ruined feels, so I think I'll give him the inspiration his acting needs. I do think it's time for the Order of the Hour to receive an anonymous tip about another Daedra worshipper in Wayrest. Don't you think? Well, let's write out a draft. Are you able to help me with that right now? Excellent. I have a few ideas in mind, but I'm struggling with the details. My regards to Alexander Simone, the High Priest of the Akatosh Chantry. I write to alert you to a Daedra worshipper hiding in plain sight within Wayrest. There are witnesses, including myself, to Morvic Rysel following the tenets of... what Daedra should he be worshipping exactly? Oh, he's an especially awful one. Great idea. Right, okay. This worship can be observed by his practice of... Ooh, creepy. That makes him sound like some sort of necromancer. Good. He could use some defamation like that. Okay. Beyond his worship, he threatens the peace of Wayrest with... Now that's truly a crime waiting to happen. Imagine someone coming through and eating all the sweet rolls in Wayrest. Awful. Right. Just a little more embellishments. Please, I beg of you to keep Wayrest free of his vile influences. I could not bear if... Alright, yes. Round it off, remind them of the main concern. Perfect. Now I'll send it by a courier. Don't worry, I'll make sure to conceal my identity. This should be good. If only I could see his face when the order comes knocking at his door. This should thoroughly wreck his precious reputation. Oh, I'm Morvic, and my life is so terrible. While I live in luxury safely at my home. Guess I'll have to murder Remiel because my life is so miserable. That's my Morvic impression. I suppose you wouldn't know, but believe me, it's incredibly accurate.